Oh, dude. Wait. Is this the thing?
Yo, I
Is
think
this
it
the thing
is.
Colin
Yeah.
Fultz gave you?
That's crazy. Yeah, it is.
Holy
I can't believe you
shit.
found that.
Dude.
Why does it look like that? What
Dude.
happened?
Holy. Oh,
Oh,
fuck,
dude, that takes me back.
Dude,
that's crazy, man.
This is from this year?
Yeah, it is. God, that's when I went to Korea.
Holy crap.
I know, right? Isn't that sick?
That's crazy. I can't. Why did he give this to you?
He just feeling really,
Have
really
extras?
generous. Yeah.
Oh, rebuilt.
Rebuilt.
Yeah,
Rebuilt.
rebuilt.
We have rebuilt the definition of this game, gentlemen.
Yeah, that is the point.
That we've done it. First did it. We've done it. We are rebuilding the competition.
Rebuilt.
Thank you for us for joining Pit Crew, gents. We're back. We've survived a whole week, first week of rebuild. So I just want to quick updates of how are your teams doing? What you guys been up to? First week of a build season. Just the rundown. What's been going on? What's Mr. Glasses?
Well, I haven't even seen you guys since the.
Let's kick off.
the
Yeah.
reveal.
What do you think about Rebuilt?
I think it's a really good game. I think it's a really good game. I think they cooked with this. It's kind of like, I feel like it's kind of like a mix of like 2006, 2012 with like a little bit of like 2016. With
Yeah, I can see that.
And then there's that one component that's like 2019. But no, I think it's really good.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
a lot
Totally agree.
of. That's a lot of years.
That's a lot of
That-
games.
that's-
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, and I guess did I say 2006 already?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Can't forget that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what the shifts, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some people
yeah.
try to say it's like 2005. I think those people are out of their minds.
Yeah.
What's
I think they're
2005?
That's the one with the fuel.
Fuel.
Yeah.
Which
They're
2005?
crazy, right?
Crazy.
Crazy.
I know, right? You people are crazy. So I want to know more with 548, right? Rebel Stings. What you guys been up to since kickoff?
I have no idea. I've just been cutting wood.
That's great.
He was installing a light, so I don't mean to take over your bit. I'm so sorry. He was we were going for food in Novi, and we're like, oh, Jason's around that area. let's call him up, see if he wants to go.
I'm on a ladder.
And we called him,
Like,
and he's on
in
a
the
ladder
rafters.
trying to install a light.
I'm like, oh, hey, what's up, guys?
And then he goes, wait, are we doing anything now? You thought we were recording.
Yeah, it's just you're just doing an episode
Look, it's
while
not
you're
my
on the
fault. Discord has the worst notification style. Because it's always like Discord and gives you the channel name, and we have long ass channel names, okay? So that takes up the whole fucking message. And then it says the person, and
Sorry,
by the
Philip.
time it gets through all of that, I can't even see the message. So
Yeah.
I'm like,
We should switch to Slack.
oh. Nope, Slack is no better than that, actually.
Really?
Slack is no better than that.
We should
They do the
switch
same
to,
thing.
Switch to Teams.
You want to go back to Skype?
Teams?
Skype?
Maybe just like
Bing?
a group chat.
Do you want to talk about your team? You don't like talking about your team. He loves you guys though, but like he like he said, he's just cutting a lot of wood.
Yeah. Gator
we're-
bots. What's
we're
going
doing
on?
good. We're working on our plywood bot to like test some of our intake geometry and hopper stuff. If you want to get the full details, you can go on to chiefdelphi.com and look at our 2026 build blog. We've got our mentor and our outreach team have been putting a lot of time into that, and they've been doing a really awesome job first year doing it. So build blog, Chief Delphi,
That's what's up. That's what's up.
Instagram, GatorBot, FRC 1250 GatorBots. Yeah.
Wow.
How about you guys?
So Night Vision, we've been putting in the work here. I think the team we recently just finalized our CAD. We kind of have an idea of what the bot wants to what's going to look like, what the bot's going to function like. So now in the upcoming weeks, now it's all about manufacturing, building the bots, and all that stuff. So we're set up for that, as well as with the rest of the teams also helping build the field elements like the bump, the little ladder. I'm
sorry. Did you say you're manufacturing the robot already?
No, we're about to.
Oh, okay.
We're going
Gotcha,
to,
gotcha.
right?
You're
Because
prepping for
we
it.
just
Okay.
we just finished the CAD, finalized the design and what's going to look like and how everything's going to work. So we're going to eventually do that.
That's fast.
Hey, Andy Baker, I have some thoughts
Oh,
on your bump.
you really going to call it?
We reach out.
What?
I don't think he's taking feedback from us, at least.
If somehow Annie Mark is watching this, we generally do love you guys. We love the work you do. And it's great product that you guys did for this year. So
we just want to
thank
help
you.
out as users, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
beta tests. You know?
Yeah.
You know what else we can help out on? These Ri3D robots.
Dear God, yes.
Hey, was it just me, or was like it's kind of not good this year?
Yes.
So let's. I
It's
want.
not.
I want to slow down a bit. I want at least a foundation of where the Ri3D designs are coming from, right? So before we talk about the Ri3Ds, I want to talk a little bit about the Kitbot, right? The Kitbot itself this year is freaking sweet, right? Because you have an active intake. I think the bumpers is open design, correct? It's not over the bumper, so it's open design, cut through. I believe they use the what is it? The 4-inch? Is it 4-inch or 2-inch diameter orange intake wheels for the Kitbot. Goes into a open top hopper system that holds about like 12 balls, I think. So yeah, 12 balls, and then goes into a flywheel shooter that's static, right? But it's consistent. I think of recent Kitbots, it's possibly one of the best that we've seen in a while.
I think it's the best low budget bot that we've ever seen.
Right, because
There's not a single one that's better.
Because it gives a lot of teams opportunity to compete at a high level with a starter Kitbot that I think, to be honest, we might see a Kitbot be an Alliance captain this year.
No.
I generally think so.
You're
I
crazy.
generally think so.
No.
Because I think that's how good the Kitbot is. Because in terms of the hopper size, in terms of, I think the shooter itself, that's degreed at, is it 15 degrees? Something like that, where you have to be up, the hub and shoot it into the high goal. That's very consistent, and because of that consistency, I think it's a very
Sorry, your face is just wiggling around.
Is it?
That's rude as fuck. So speaking Kitbots, Ri3D. That happened again this year.
Yeah.
A lot of them are. Well, I would say a lot of them are not on the level of the Kitbot. That's what.
Not like last year.
Not like last year.
Not like
no.
last year.
Not like last year. It's.
No, I mean, I think it's a good exercise,
Yeah, it gets
Right.
gets the muscles, the joints moving, right? Like,
but it's I don't know how to put this. It's like, why? No, it's a good exercise. It's a good exercise.
It's a good exercise.
Yeah.
It's
to
a
the
good,
mind.
It's a
Yeah.
good. It's a good.
Unironically,
If you don't. The goal wasn't to build the Kitbot. Okay, the goal was to come up with your own thing.
and from that, maybe we should lesson learned that we should take from a lot of these teams was that this game's hard.
Well, what do you mean by a hard? You talking about like originality of designs of the bots?
Yeah.
Well, we've never seen this kind of game before.
Right, not like in 2006 or 2019.
No,
Right,
okay.
Or
yeah.
2022.
Right.
So it's completely unprecedented what they're asking us to do here.
Let's take a look at our first contestant, Bison Robotics 2026 Ri3D reveal. I really like their intake.
Where's
Unironically, intake kind of cooks.
Where's Bison?
Bison is from the Bison State, North Dakota, I think.
Are they from the Dakotas?
They have internet there.
They have a robot there?
Well, that's why Bison, right?
Chad. Okay.
Like North
Standard
Dakota.
Standard good
No, actually,
intake that we're gonna see a lot
They
this year.
also, this is the first team one of the teams that I've seen not do swerve either.
Okay.
So that's pretty cool.
I mean, yeah.
It's for obviously swerve is pretty meta. North Dakota State University Bison.
I think their intake is very good. Their intake wheels is a 4-inch compliant wheels. I think they're 4-inch. It looks like.
Yeah, it looks like it.
That it's a wide intakes, right? So they can grab multiple fuel from the bots, as well as they have an open top hopper system too. So they get either from the ground or from the human player station. think that's an excellent choice, as well as the agitator. Their agitator has several rollers with like sticky material on it to help feed the balls into their shooter, as well as the actual intake goes into their hopper system and forces the remaining balls into the shooter, which I like that extra level of activity that the bot is forcing the balls to the pathway to the shooter, which the shooter itself looks like it just goes into just a simple flywheel design, right? I think that's powered by
AnyMark.
the motor. The motor.
Maybe they got AnyMark stickers on it. Jason, what do you think?
Quality bot. Quality Ri3D bot. Love to see it.
Yep.
Maybe we should look at something we don't love to see. What's next, Chris?
I think this one is quite possibly one of the most original ideas for in terms of Ri3D designs this year.
Unironically,
That's not what you called it.
it's so unique. It's one of a kind.
Let's look at Kettering's Ri3D team bot.
Kettering built. Let's go. Kettering built. Let's see what Kettering built.
So this bot is going to be primarily support role. The reason why, it doesn't shoot in the hopper, it doesn't climb.
The hub.
So,
It doesn't-
the hub.
It doesn't. But
Unironically,
it does give balls to the human.
yeah, that's pretty cool.
That's right.
They were listening to Pit Podcast when we talked about that on our live stream.
That's
to be
right.
fair, though, with the amount of human players that you can possibly have, all in that station.
Yeah.
I mean, and depending how good they are at throwing a ball,
all three of them at the same time too,
to
right?
be
Like,
fair,
triple
if-
shot.
if you're just shoveling balls in there and they're just cracked,
Yeah.
could be a strat, honestly.
a strat,
Like, I
yeah.
don't-
Which that's what the design of this bot is really built for, because their intake is over the bumper, and it seems to collect fuel very well. It just doesn't have a hopper. It doesn't have a big hopper system. It can only hold like
It's very open.
Yeah.
Yeah.
it can only hold like 4 at a time. But at the other side of the bot, they also have an active outtake that's
Pooper.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's just like a couple compliant
Schlooper in the
compliant
pooper.
wheels, just shoots out in the back, and I think it just shoots into the bottom portion of the human player to give more fuel for those players.
Yeah.
And I think that's all it can really do.
And then they got their climber.
They do have the climber, not attached,
One
not
way,
powered,
L1. Yep.
Well, hey, neither mind.
but they have a climber.
You know what? I changed my mind. I like this robot.
Yeah.
I like the idea of just like 6 human players just like fiending for fuel in the outpost. Like, just come on, get to me. And then they take it and they just buckets every single time.
Yeah. Good robot.
It's a unique bot.
Unique bot. Yeah. Which one were we looking at next?
Actually, and dare I say, sorry. I like the roles humans have this year.
Really?
Yeah, it's fun. They can
Yeah.
contribute. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's
Yeah.
fun. Go ahead, sorry.
So the next team that I want to look into that honestly they're one of the few teams that could have a successful climber, but it is a very original idea of that how they manufactured as well as designed it. Let's look at GVSU's Grand Valley State's Ri3D team. So obviously their intake, fairly wideish, not the full width of the frame perimeter of the intake, but enough to
What's so funny over there?
Okay. So, Grand Valley, decent robot.
Yeah.
But
it is.
now we
They
gotta talk
can
about the
shoot.
climber. So this is very interesting. They used 2 linear sliders instead of using like a climber in a box or something, which is cool.
And from the design of it, it looks like that one hook climbs from the outside of like the main support rung, the other one inside of the support rung, right? So,
yeah.
So really using the supports as if they're going to climb, use that as a brace, so that way the bot doesn't flip
Yeah,
or it doesn't
cool. Monkey,
slide down.
Monkey.
certified good bot.
Yeah.
All right, what's next?
It's colorful. I like it. It's got wood. Yeah.
Rev.
Rev.
So-
Rev. I
What's
haven't
up,
seen
Rev?
this one.
So Rev, I like their design in a way that it uses all their products, obviously, because it's Rev Robotics. But also it's a nice base. It's a nice base. It's a very similar idea to like the Kitbots, where there's a lot of improvements that it can do. The hopper is a nice tall hopper, right?
Got that robo nerds, engine nerds intake. It's good. I mean, any intake you can crash into at Mach 2 and survive is pretty good.
Yep,
Right.
yep.
Which the intake it's a
Wait, what? It looks like that vacuum from Teletubbies. It looks like the vacuum from Teletubbies.
What?
Philip, put up a picture. Thanks, Philip.
What are you talking about?
their shooter is very consistent. I love it too, because it goes up to the hopper, not the hopper, but the hub structure, and I don't think it's angled. I think maybe it's like a 5-degree angle potentially.
But this was
the
not.
pegboard kind of trips me out.
This was not in 3 days. Was it?
3-4 days. I don't know. We'll see.
What was this?
I don't know.
I'm pretty sure they get the stuff before.
Yeah, they're a supplier. Yeah.
Okay.
So they could have been. I don't know.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. So this is not 3 days.
But I don't think they advertise as 3 days. They advertise as like minimum
starter.
competitive. Yeah, starter.
As a
bot.
starter
Yeah.
bot.
So,
Good bot.
Right.
Yeah.
Good bot.
Yeah.
One thing I really want to point out, and same thing here too. I also want to point out how they can just spit out the fuel into their side of their lines, as well as
To
shoot
be
it.
fair though, you can just reverse the motor of any intake, and that'll probably happen.
Yeah.
Not with our robot. Next.
Yeah.
Next.
What were you gonna say? What do you want to say?
Rusthounds. What we got from Rusthounds?
What do you want to let him finish? What is it?
No. We've already moved on. Let's go to Rusttown. Let's go to Rusttown. So
This video contains brief flashing lights. Oh, my eyes! Ow. This thing's sick. I love this thing.
Cool.
This is an awesome robot.
This is they're always a good R3D team, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is the second you're doing it.
Yeah,
Hopper,
they're doing
they're
questionable motions with the intake. Love that. No, good design.
The hopper is a nice high volume too.
Oh yeah,
Yeah. Like we
Huge
hold a lot of fuel on there.
that's good. And dual shooter,
flywheels.
which is very I don't know, I forget the word, but it's very in line with their giant hopper.
Yeah. Yep. You guys think we're gonna see a lot of dual shooter, triple shooter?
Oh, for
I
sure.
def-
Quintuple
I think it's way
shooter?
easier to feed into a dual shooter like this than it is
Yeah.
a single shooter.
Keep it wide.
It's
yeah.
definitely the strategy this year that you want to get as many fuel out of the bot as fast as possible while being able to cycle another volley quick as possible.
Mhm.
So dual, triple shooters are going to be honestly should be the meta choice, honestly, for most of these teams, as you see with Rusthounds, right? Because what a design choice I've seen some teams are playing about
That's
is
pretty sick.
whether or not you have dividers or turrets, multiple turrets, or have just one singular continuous like flywheel.
I thought it was just gonna say quality. Honestly, that would have been funnier. I'm not gonna lie. Rusthounds, more like Rust Cats. All right, what's next?
I like cats.
This I want to go back to. I want to say something
Okay, sorry.
that. Do you think, as demonstrated by Rusthound, they could shoot on the move too with no turret? Do you think shooting on the move is the way to go for most teams, at least in the higher levels of competition, like
I mean,
or late comp season
yeah,
states?
it could be if you're just doing if you're just running laps, going alliance side over the bump, get balls, go back over the other side, shoot, and you just keep doing that. Yeah.
I think for passing, yeah. Right.
Passing, shooting, moving.
You specifically said high level states, champs, that type of stuff. If you can shoot and pass at the same time, then yeah, that's gonna make sense. I don't
Okay.
think a lot of teams should do it though.
I'm so
right?
glad we're talking about passing now, because when it started happening in Crescendo, people were like freaking out. Like it was this thing they've never heard or thought of. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
And same with Reefscape, right? When they were talking about like passing coral.
No, or
Insane.
like stealing algae. Like, yeah, dog. We've known you can do that, just no one has.
Yeah, yep.
Right.
And then Jason just proves them all wrong and just throws 3 coral during the C3 event.
Nice.
I think shooting on the move,
On the moon.
shooting on the moon. I think that is going to play a major role, especially I agree on that passing game. It's just they can't go into the hub. But I mean, if teams are able, sorry,
Okay, but also, if you don't need to shoot on the move, if you can just cross the alliance line, unload your hopper, and then just go back to the middle, like it's I think that's less distance covered.
Right.
right? And the main objective for the game, besides obviously scoring, is finding those high volume pockets of fuel on the field too.
Yeah.
Right, because ultimately you don't want to start driving around the field for like individual fuel. You want to find pockets of it to quickly acquire them and then get another high volume volley into your hub. So
I love high volumes of fuel. All right, what's next?
I think we ultimately have to talk about the elephant in the room, aka Penn
University
State.
of Michigan. Oh,
Oh.
okay.
Oh,
Okay, go. No, yeah, Penn State.
Penn State, like everything about their bot is more or less right what we expect. Right, you have like an over the bumper intake, an agitator, and then into a shooter. And the shooter's, pretty decent too.
Yeah. It's really an engineering glass canyon.
What does that mean?
Canyon. Because they're climber, right? The elephant in the room is the climber, right? They give
Oh,
you so many
yeah.
warnings. Don't try this at home. I'm serious. I'm being serious, right?
No, I know.
They're
I
like,
know.
it works, right? It does work. It's super cool.
No, and
Love it.
I think it does work when your robot doesn't have to compete in any matches.
But
Which ultimately,
they gave I'm so sorry. They gave so many safety warnings and stuff on their climber exclusive video about how like this thing is just has so many loads, and
right?
just be if you do it, just be very, very careful.
Because for the picker, for a little context, if you haven't seen the video yet, is that they have a climber that inserts the outside of L1 of the tower, and then their entire with a gearbox, it flips the entire bot 90 degrees, no, and 180 basically, 180.
Yeah.
Where the bumper is over the level 2 rung of the climb, and because of how scoring is defined in the manual, if your bumpers are above level 2, that counts as a level 3 climb without touching the level 2 or the level 3 climb. That ultimately is the most unique Ri3D design this year, and I don't know how.
Didn't we just say Kettering was the most unique design?
You can't compare apples to oranges, Jason, like that, right? Like they're both so.
You're right. One of them's Kettering
Different. They're
University, the
different.
other's Penn State.
Well, those are two different design choices that does different things.
Yeah.
Whereas for the climber for Penn State, that by using that loophole, it takes them time to line up to get the climb, and then time to also flip over, and they can't do anything else when they climb.
Yeah.
Right? You can't even shoot while you're in the air, which I think some teams may even do that. But you just eliminate that option altogether. But the challenge with that design is incredibly difficult. More so because you have to find all your stress points. Where is all that load going to? And because of the whole weight of the bot is going to be at where that gearbox is placed, for the actual motion of flipping the entire bot, that radial stress is going to be incredibly high. So it's just something to, if teams are going to adopt this design, figure out where your point.
Remember where your points are.
So to close it out, we've got our last robot in 3 days, which I think has been one of the more popular ones, one of the most watched teams around here. We've got Cranberry Alarm, of course, super popular last year. 50 plus fuel capacity they're advertising. Really simple hopper, intake, shooter. They do have a turreted shooter and swerve it. It's cool. Maybe a little bit questioning with their cable management, how they have excessive excessively long wires, but you know, as long as it's inside, it's inside.
Mm.
Pretty cool. They can spit out. They can go under the trench. I'm kind of surprised at how much they can hold while still being able to go under the trench. If they're saying 50 plus. But a lot of testing with their intake, backer bar. I think they pull up for a climb, just a little L1. But yeah, I've had a lot of fun watching their robot. How about you guys?
I think their shooter it's a turret too, right?
Yeah.
Turret. Yeah. It's
Yeah.
What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, it's what we typically see from Cranberry.
Yeah.
Good bot. I mean, I say like, top of the pack, Cranberry and Penn State.
Oh, shoot. I think that said 5 per second at 50 plus. Oops. Sorry, guys. Anyway.
Yeah, good bot.
Good bot.
Good bot.
Solid, yeah.
Solid bot.
Chris?
Yeah. I mean, my favorite parts is the hopper and the turret.
Yeah.
Right. That's
Which ones could actually be good in competition?
Cranberry.
U of M.
Tech Hounds.
Tech
Rusthounds. Rusthounds, sorry.
No, I'm personally a fan of the U of M design.
Yeah.
What can I say? It's the Michigan difference.
It's very different.
He's
I can
not
tell
wrong.
You.
Yeah.
It's very different. But I think Cranberries with high hopper count, turreted shooter.
Okay, it's obviously Cranberry, right? It's not even a question.
I like Rusthounds. They're cool. They're fast. They shoot a lot.
Wait, which one was Rusthounds again?
The one that like
Shoot
with
on the
warning
move.
flashing lights and it jumped over the fuel.
Duality,
can.
Do you think that's
Quality.
better than
Well,
Cranberry?
Quality.
Quality.
I think they're both pretty good. I like Penn State too.
Look, they have the climber, but
Because they have the climber. So yeah. They don't hold as many balls as Rusthounds and Cranberry.
Mm-hmm. Plus, their climber takes time too. That's taking extra time away that they could have cycled and could have shoot, instead having to line up and then score with the static 30 points.
It is a fast climber though, right? Like they can get locked on and twist in a couple seconds, right? So a good pickup.
I think an outside Ri3D team that we didn't talk about this episode, but I'm sure somebody in the pit crew will find the video, is from West Australia, of a bot that can hold 30 plus balls through an S-shaped pathway, right? So you have intake into the bed of their bump or their bot, and then into their up to their shooter.
Yeah.
It's a high volume, really high volume scoring bot that can shoot 2 to 3 balls at the same time into the air. That I think they would do very well. It's just they're a little top heavy when they drive and stuff, but I think that it'd be a high scoring bot that could compete.
Do you think some of the bots replace or stand up to this year's Kitbot?
we kind of talked about this, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm good. Okay.
I think the Kitbot is the gold standard for this year's design.
Yeah.
I think there's only a couple designs that teams can really utilize and then improve upon such as like the Rev starter bot, and honestly even the Cranberry bot too. They can improve on that, but honestly, I don't think the Kitbot for the rest of the Ri3D designs, I don't think it replaces them. I think the original idea of the Ri3D teams is to really like see what you can do with more time, right? These spots are made in 3 days. Here's what it can look like. Here's what you can do much better with all this time that you have.
Yeah.
So ultimately, it's just 2 different philosophies.
But it's also really important because they show us what not to do.
Yeah. Yep. A lot of testing and a lot of trial and error. Yeah.
Right.
I think we haven't seen the every bot, of course, but super excited for that one. But yeah, I think the Kitbot can definitely compete with some of the other Ri3D teams out here. Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
Yep. Sorry.
Okay, so is the uniqueness of original designs over? I mean, we usually see this some years. Like there's only so many ways to play the game.
Right. Yeah. It's just game dependent. Yeah.
I mean, you look at 2015 and honestly 2023 too. Every design was, a variation different from each other. It was great. I think this year this is not going to be one of those games where everyone's going to have a hopper, everyone's going to have a shooter. Some will have a climber.
Spin Dexter, turret.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's going
There's
to
only
be
so many ways you can shoot balls. Yeah.
right. It is going to be the same relatively the same design.
It's a toaster year. That's as simple as that.
What does that mean, toaster year?
Every robot looks like a toaster.
Right. Compared to like a fridge year.
Oh, yeah. I guess.
Or dishwasher year.
Dishwasher.
You never heard that?
No.
I don't know. Well, that was Ri3D. If you're into that sort of thing.
Hey, that's much about it, right, guys?
Yeah. Take us away, Chris.
Thank you for joining us. Remember to like and subscribe here on our YouTube channel. Don't forget to click on the notification bell so that way you get all your notifications on when our new episode pops up. Also follow us on our Insta. Our Insta is Pit Podcast _official.
Yay! He did it.